You could hear the wheels clack as they raced along the track, and the clatter of his dentures as he drove the last train back. He wore his special uniform atop a grey string vest. His name was Eddy, and he drove the fastest chuffer train in the West. His life was sad and lonely in his train cab and at home. He reminisced the good old days while he was all alone. His YouTube music videos could have kept his life on track, but behind the mask old Eddy's heart was black. Eddy grew a hot obsession for a woman he'd not met. He feared an old girl pushed her in just to get her wet. Nikki was too good for him, she wouldn't have looked twice, 'cause Eddy doxed her children, which wasn't very nice. And not just once. Bad Eddy! They called him Eddy, and he drove the fastest chopper train in the West. Now Eddy had a rival, a younger guy called Scott, who drew the views and ladies in a way that Ed could not. Scott coaxed them in with big long words that Eddy didn't know. So Eddy turned real nasty. It was clear how this would go. He deleted all his videos, twice or maybe more, and said his YouTube crammer days were done. Yeah, okay, for sure. But being the train driver, well, it gets a little dry, and Eddy couldn't stay away. He needed the supply. He lashed out at lady streamers, he got right off on it, and seemed completely unaware he looked a proper twit. He was pissed that Peter Fording didn't show him sonar pics. He bigged up true finders and taunted Michelle and Vince. They called him Eddy, and he drove the fastest chopper train in the West. He slated some creators, up other bombs blew smoke, offended women everywhere, and did a big provoke. He popped back up at Christmas to rub salt in the cut, turned on old supporters and knifed them in the gut. One night he saw Scott still online on Twitch at 1 AM. It drove him mad to see those happy suffragettes again, and so he slid into the chat under another false name. But Dover and the others called out his little game again. Oh, Eddy, say Edda. Poor Eddy. And he drove the fastest chopper train in the West. So Scott invited him to call and talk about some stuff. Ed thought that he could schmooze the chatters and the chuff. Now Eddy rushed onto the stream, he didn't think it through, 'cause time has shown what Eddy says is very seldom true. They called him Eddy, and he drove the fastest hype train in the West. N-word gate and song wars, lies and cocaine cakes, took their toll on Eddy's soul and exposed a lot of snakes. All aboard the Jet Express, you're bound for hell together. Good luck to you listening to him forever and ever, like some old 70s radio station for all eternity. Poor old Eddy, he's driving the fastest chopper train in the West. Oh dear, I think he's hit the buffers.